Hey you, welcome to my channel. It's really good to have you here. This is going to be an interesting video, so hit that subscribe button and turn on notification as well because there is more where this came from. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a really nice recipe I learned from one of my girls. It stole my entire heart because of its simplicity and complexity at the same time. And the good thing about this recipe is that you can remix it as much as you want, because the way I'm making it this morning is not the way I made it the last time I made it. So that's the good thing about the recipe. So let's just jump right into the ingredient because it's almost time for work. So let's get right into the ingredient before I just start over talking. First of all, what you'll be needing for this is bread. So this is HMedic bread, butter loaf, good stuff. And the next thing is egg, one whole egg. And the next thing is cheese. So I'm going to be using Fiesta mozzarella cheese. Of course, if you have the sandwich cheese, it will be a lot more practical to use it, but this is what I have, shredded cheese, so that's what I'm going to be using. Then sweet corn. So the last time I made this particular recipe, I did not add this, but like I said, you can remix it, like it's open for collabo. So I'm going to be using this. And then onions. Now when my girl shared this recipe with me, she did not add onions in her own words. How will I eat egg without onions? So I always put onions in my own. Then pepper. You can try this with different types of pepper. I've tried it with Cameroon pepper, black pepper. Now it's time for chili. Then salt, because we have to taste our food, right? So you need salt. And because it's a breakfast meal, I have to take it down with my favorite morning beverage, which is Top Cafe's coffee mix. I stand for this. Like, ever since I discovered it, my life has never been the same. So this is what I'm going to be chasing it down with. And then we have vegetable oil, because of course it's part of what you need to fry your egg. And I think the last thing is hot water. So without further ado, let's get right to our breakfast. So another thing I've discovered is the size of the slice determines how well the egg cooks. So before I would do this size, but I've discovered that this is the size that works for me, so that all the ingredients can be well integrated. So let's cut. And that is out. The next is to create a hole here. So I cut two slices. One will be to overlap the other one. So for this one, we're going to be using, I'm going to cut here. So cut it out, and you bring it out, and we have our hole. So I'll set that aside. I don't know, I'm whispering. So I've cut it out and brought out this side. Let's set it aside. So for the onions, it's one egg we're using, so it's just very small that I'm going to be cutting. I'm done. So I've brought out about 4 teaspoons of sweet corn. That's the portion we're going to be using here. Next up, I crack an egg into the plate. So our eggs are in the plate. Next, add the onions, then the pepper, and then salt. Then whisk it all together. So this part is ready, so I set it aside. So I light my stove and place my pan over it. Add some vegetable oil, just a little bit. This is a lot, so I'm going to reduce. So reduce the oil, turn it down, turn down the heat. And the next step is to bring the bread. So I put my bread, because already kind of torn apart. So let me try to repair it. This is where this one came out from. I add the egg. So I like to stir it in the middle, just so that my egg can cook properly. Next, I add my spoon. And I top it off with the cutout. Okay. And I'll add the cheese. Then I top it off with the other slice and then flip it. So here we go. And now the beauty of this is when you cut it and then you see like the beautiful thing you created inside. So let me do that. See how the cheese melted? So pretty. You know what time it is? It's tasting time. So you've seen it. Our creation is ready. Not mine. I already made my reference. I think my friend saw it from a video. You know, all these online cooking videos. Yeah. So, but it's a great recipe that you can make your own. So let me make my coffee. This coffee is so perfect. You don't need a machine for it. Just chop chop and you're done. Empty the entire sachet and hot water. So I stir it up to mix and match. Mix and match. So let's get to eating. Let's get to tasting this. The only different thing in this particular one is, no, not only. There are two things that are different in this particular one. The corn and the type of pepper I used. The last time I made it, I used Cameroon pepper. And I did not put corn. I only used 2 eggs and cheese, still mozzarella. So yeah, let's try out what this one tastes like. Which one will I use? Which one is? See. And the last time, I don't know why I keep telling you guys about the last time, but it just, for me, what it does for me, it just kind of creates like a distinction between the previous taste and the current taste I'm about to get. So let me just continue. In the last one I did not use 2 slices. I cut out 1 big slice and then made a hole in between, and I did not stir the egg in the middle. So you know, as you move along you get better. So that's what was different. So this is the back and this is the front and this is the middle. Sweet in the middle, you know. I just had to. Okay. The sweet corn really made a difference. You know, sweet corn now, like, and then with the cheese, like, it pairs differently with the cheese. Like, before it was just cheese and egg, but now there's sweet corn in the mix, and sweet corn is sweet, and you know, like it bursts in your mouth and it sprinkles like this sugary water in your mouth. So that's like just what's happening inside. It's amazing. You should try it out and let me know what you think. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to finish up my breakfast now and jump into work, and I suppose you're going to have a lovely day. So until next time, stay wilding and thriving.